is going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, it was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
On first down, Sellers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
On play action, here's Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, Dart. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. They will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, he shifts past him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time, Hayden.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They'll run on first down. Sellers. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and 4. Now Dart. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Dart. Pass to the right side, caught by Burden. And he will take it on in. Front Giant touchdown. Luther Burden from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Oh, nice move. And able to get this out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And a
touchdown, Titans! Chimway DK. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Play action now. Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing his Dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Not liking the look, they'll change the play. On first down, Sellers. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action. Now Dart. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Dart going to look to throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Get it? Riggs, liking 8, Pablo 18. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, ready?
Ward. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach that, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fernandez. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready?
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
The Titans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Let's go now.
24-yard line.
18 cards.
Now Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Maverick. Ready?
On play action, Ward. And will be intercepted. intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
On the RPO, and the ball is knocked out. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Sellers. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then a running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
To the air, Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's Dart. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, 42 yards. And the Giants add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Street. Panther 60. Go.
Play action now. Ward Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Let's go now. 70 Simba. Hey, 18 Cardinals. Ready?
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Giants 31, Titans 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and inches.
Looking to throw, Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
That one taken in by Neighbors. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Here we go.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey.
Throwing now, Ward. On the RP, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Abdul Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 41 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. To throw is Ward. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
To throw, here's Ward. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Let's go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Going for it. Here's Ward. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. On the move past the 40. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll run on first down. Sellers. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 28. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a two-score fourth-quarter deficit. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. Play fake. Here's Ward. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here we go. This is fourth down.
60 Bobcat. Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check smash. Check smash. Ready, ready?
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a second and long. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Dart. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate, it
say you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back, but that may not matter now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 2nd and 6 coming up.
19 Lions. Come on. Set.
Here's Ward. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Moore. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fernandez. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 1st and goal.
19. Here we go. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
And goal at the 6-yard line.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
Okay, great.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This is 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal.
Again, it's Ward. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Come 19. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they